Good morning and welcome to part 4 and day 6 of our Isle of Wight adventure. We're currently waiting for breakfast. We decided to go to the Nab bar on the campsite where we're staying, and it's really lovely. We'll do a site tour and you'll see all of it, but yeah, just have a look at the swimming pool out there and have a look at the bright blue sky and the sunshine. You won't be able to tell that we had storms in the middle of the night, would you?
No, it was a bit atrocious, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was quite concerned about our awning, but we woke up and the awning's still there and it's dry inside as well.
Yeah.
And we didn't have enough pegs to put any of the guy lines down. So considering there's 40-mile-an-hour winds, it's a pretty damn good awning, to be fair. So what are we up to today?
We are going, hopefully, to Parkhurst Forrest for a woodland walk.
And we also might have a look at cows as well, because I've never been there.
Not the animals, the place.
Yeah, the place. Tessie just joining in there. She's got some scrambled egg coming, so she's getting a little bit excited. But yeah, we'll take you guys with us as always, and we'll let you know how we get on. Breakfast arrived. We both got very similar. We both got the small breakfast, but I've added an extra hash brown. Claire's added mushrooms, and I'll tell you the other thing they've done that's great is we said, could we have scrambled egg in a little plastic bowl? And do you know what? They've delivered. All parked up. You can see Varney over there. We actually parked in one of these spaces, which Varney fits into because it's a normal space. But the tariff machine actually says you have to park motorhomes and camper vans up the top end. The tariff for motorhomes and camper vans is significantly more expensive. You have to do a minimum of 4 hours, which is £4.20. So I would have said this car park's pretty anti-motorhome and camper van based upon that fact. So I'd probably advise doing a park and ride or parking somewhere else if you came here. Are you alright under there?
No.
What are you doing with the doggy umbrella?
It's a broken doggy umbrella.
You broke it. Yeah.
Don't come to cows, it rains.
Found a lovely looking bakery called Richmond's. Just have a look at the cakes. We've done 3 for £5. Chose a Battenberg one to share. Claire chose the chocolate one and I chose the white chocolate Lindor one.
Go to cows, they said. It will be lovely, they said. It wasn't. It was raining. I got wet. I'm now trying to dry off in my blanket. Horrible.
Good evening. So, today didn't exactly go as planned. It rained quite a lot in Cowes, and I'm sure Cowes would be lovely if it wasn't raining.
Yeah, it looks like it would be really pretty on a nice day, but when it's raining, it was just miserable, weren't it, walking around in there?
Yeah, and because Tessie got wet and we were wet, we didn't really fancy going to Parkhurst Forrest, which is where we were going to go afterwards. So we went back to the campsite, chilled there for a little bit, and now we're back up at Culver Down, and we're at, where are we?
The Culver Haven Inn.
The Culver Haven Inn for dinner. I've got a shandy, Claire's got her rosé.
And we've got burgers.
Look at the height of them. We're going to enjoy them, and we'll pick up with you guys tomorrow. We are now on our 3rd visit of the week to see the donkeys, and I think Tessie's just about getting used to seeing them because she begs us to climb up on this wall so that she can see. She now jumps up so that Claire lifts her up. Funnily enough, the donkey she's looking at is my donkey, so it's Emily, which is the one there that's eating as usual. Quite apt, being as she's in the diet donkey's herd. We've got one coming up here. Hello, Buttons. I'm your daddy. Well, no, I'm not your real daddy. I'm your artificial daddy. adopted you. Oh, Ruby and Tessie kissing.
Oh, are you saying hello to Ruby? Are you saying hello to Ruby? Look, it's Ruby. It's Ruby, look.
Ruby, 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 Ruby. Tessie and Ruby both became besotted with each other. They sniffed each other through the fence, and Tessie even wanted to play with her. Unfortunately, the fence got in the way somewhat, and Tessie was unable to play her games. I just found the last of my donkeys over with the old and proud. And that one over there, you can probably just catch on his collar, is Del Boy. So the lady's trying to bring India over to us, but every other donkey's following her, and India not so.
Here we are at Parkhurst Forest. First impressions, looks lovely. All the trees. There's some picnic benches up there, so you might have a bit of lunch up there first, and then we'll go on a little trail. Apparently there's a red squirrel hide on this trail, so maybe we'll see a red squirrel if we're lucky. Master at work. Tessie's waiting patiently. Not that she's getting any.
See Varney down there, and Clare will appear any second with Tessie's dinner. And I think Tessie knows it. So Clare's found us a lovely little table to eat at. We've got our dinner there with our nachos I've just done. And yeah, we're right in the middle of the forest. I've got to say, for pudding, we've got Jammy Dodgers muffins with little hearts on top. Here you can see Clare trying to manufacture a picture.
Should we go for the log?
Tessie's not interested. I think Clare got more fun out of that one than Tessie. Girls are looking for red squirrels. So Tessie is just overseeing the work that we're about to do, which is to take the awning down. That's our awning back in its bag in 16 minutes. I said we could do it in 20 minutes. Claire thought it was going to take about an hour. 16 minutes. What you got to say for yourself? Did we do well?
Yeah, we did well.
Set up for tonight. Now we've put away the awning. After all the fun and excitement at Parkhurst Forest, we decided we didn't want to cook, so we came to the Nab bar just across the way. What you got for dinner, Claire?
I've got predictably a burger.
Predictably a burger. And I've got also predictably pizza, which yeah, it's got pineapple on there. So put in the comments below whether that's a faux pas or not. And we've actually got a view of the sea as well. You see the cliffs there, and it's getting dark, but you can see the sea in the background. Good morning, campers. Just gone to cook breakfast this morning, and I found that we left the baked beans too close to the freezer compartment in the fridge, and they're frozen. I have googled it though, and you can cook baked beans from frozen, so we'll see how long it takes for them to defrost, and then I'll start cooking the rest of the breakfast. The rest of the breakfast, we've got sausages, bacon, bacon's underneath the sausages. We've got fried egg and we've got toast. Claire's having the baked beans though. I don't think I want baked beans this morning.
It's the last morning of our Isle of Wight adventure and we're up at Culver Down because I just love this view, so I needed to see it one more time. But also, David's going to tell you why he's actually washing up our breakfast dishes at Culver Down and not on the campsite.
Well, I thought, what better place to do the washing up than with a view like that?
Okay, now tell them the real reason.
Right, we had to get off the site pretty sharpish.
And why is that?
Well, they found out where we were from, didn't they? No, I'm only joking. So we made a little mistake with regard. Well, yes, all right. So I made a little mistake with the checkout time. I read 12 o'clock, but 12 o'clock was the check-in time. We were supposed to check out at 10 o'clock, and at 10:15 we were sitting there having our breakfast whilst they were mowing the lawn around us. So we thought we'd better get out sharpish and go and do the washing up somewhere else. So we chucked everything in the van quickly, and yeah. But all's well that ends well. Look at that view.
Yeah, it is stunning.
Yeah. Shall I tell them where we're going later as well?
Oh, hold on, my thumb's in the way. Sorry about that, people. Yeah, tell them where we're going.
So later on today, we're gonna go and see the donkeys one last time, so Claire can say goodbye to them.
Yeah.
And then after that, another time at the donkeys. And then after that, we're gonna go to Ryde. We're gonna park up at Ryde, and we're gonna get the Island Line train down to Shanklin. And then we're going to walk from Shanklin to Sandown, get back on, go to Ryde, and then we're only the next town away from the ferry then to go home at 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, so we've still got a nice full day here, even though it is we've not got a campsite now, but that's the beauty of the van, I guess. You can just pull up and have lunch and do whatever you like. So
don't switch off yet, we've got another day ahead.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated. Speak to you later.
So we're currently at Ryde Esplanade station. This train's going to go up the pier and then it's going to come back and pick us up. So this line runs from the pier head through the Esplanade and then it runs on to Sandown, Lake and Shanklin. So we thought it'd be nice to get the train to Shanklin and then walk back to Sandown, jump back on and head back to Ryde. There it is, just heading up the pier there. To be honest with you, it's a really cheap way of getting Tessie used to trains because it was £9.20 for all three of us to get the train to Sandown or Shanklin and back. So it was a bit of a no-brainer really. And there we have Tessie and Claire modelling her mask. So yeah, that's the other thing, obviously, you have to wear your masks on the train as well, but that makes absolute sense. I don't know if you can see that, how much we're bouncing up and down, but it's quite a rickety old train. Feels like we're on the runaway train, doesn't it? Yeah. So Tessie and me and Claire have arrived at Shanklin station. Just got to find the seafront now and walk back to Sandown. Which way are we going? Oh, okay. You sure?
No.
The sign says the other way.
That way?
Yeah. Down there. The sea. Brilliant. Now we just got to walk to Sandown. Only foods and sauces. So that's our walk complete. We walked from Shanklin to Sandown, and we just thought we'd stop before we got to the train, because the train's another 1.5 miles away. So we stopped at the beach cafe, and as you can see, we've got our lattes with biscuits, and they allow Tessie in as well. So that's all a bonus. Tessie joining us for our coffee. It's a bit like Sooty. I don't know if anyone used to watch Sooty at all, but her head just pops up behind like tables and stuff like that, just randomly. So Claire's just found this cute little fairy garden that she likes. You've got your fairy door in the tree. You've got a little pond. Little wishing well. And I can only assume that man's telling the lady a story about fairies. You are approaching Sandown. You have reached your destination. Back at the van now, and we thought what better way to while away the time while we wait for the ferry than to have fish and chips.
Well, I'm having fish and chips and mushy peas. You're not having fish and chips, are you, David? What are you having?
Mine's much better than fish and chips. I have, and I only ordered one, but he's given me two battered Mars bars, some mozzarella sticks, and cheesy chips.
Ridiculous.
If I survive, we'll catch up with you on the ferry.
We've also got Tessie a little sausage. So I've chopped it up and put it with some of her kibble. I don't know if it's cool enough yet for her. Yeah, it should be right now. She's actually desperate for it, aren't you? Do you want your sausage?
See how Tessie gets treated the same as a human. Spoilt pooch.
Yeah, she's loving it. Well, we better eat ours before that disappears.
Okay.
She'll be after ours.
Speak to you soon. So any time I've ever been somewhere like the Isle of Wight on a coach, at the end of the trip, the coach driver always puts his hat down in order for people to put like a tip inside the hat. So what I thought was, being as I drive up here on my own and I feel a bit like a coach driver, I thought I'd put my hat down. You see my hat there? And see whether either Claire or Tessie will put a nice little tip inside the hat.
You're right, you deserve a tip because you've done a lot of driving. So well done, David. There you go.
Oh, brilliant. Hang on a minute. And there's a card. Does that mean I can take what I want?
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. It's my credit card. Good evening. Hopefully you enjoyed our holiday because we really enjoyed it. We're now currently sitting at Fishbourne Terminal waiting to go back to the mainland.
Not much of a view.
No, but as you can see, there's no ferry there. And that would be because we've got an hour to kill until our ferry goes. So I think we're going to sit here, do a bit of editing, and we thought we'd do our sign off for you guys. So first things first, if you've liked our videos, or even just this one, please do like, comment and subscribe. And also, Claire, where else can they find us?
We're also on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah, we're on there, so make sure you interact with us because we love hearing from you guys. The only other thing that remains for me to do is to say, Claire, what was your favourite part of the holiday? Now, Claire's allowed 2 because it's across the whole week.
Yeah, so it's been hard to pick 2 because it's been jam-packed with stuff and it's been amazing. I've had so much fun. But I think one of them was at the campsite. I think the first time we played that game, we'd had a few ciders. It was raining and horrible outside, so we just decided to sit in the awning and have some ciders and play some games. And we had so many giggles. It was just really good fun. Felt really relaxed and really, you know, even though the weather was doing its thing, it didn't matter, did it? We were just having fun inside the tent. It was lovely. So that was my first one, and I think I'm going to say Carisbrooke Castle. Because that was a lovely day. Sun was out for us for a change. We had a lovely walk around the castle. It was a really impressive castle. Yeah, and just having a wander around there. We had a little bit of lunch there. It was great. So they're my 2 favourite moments. What about you, David?
Well, funnily enough, I'd say probably one of my favourite moments was having dinner up at Culver Downs, not the one that we had at the restaurant, the one that we cooked. So we cooked it in front of the sunset with the view. That was fantastic. Loved that.
Yeah.
And then if I'm allowed to, I'm actually going to copy you, and I'm going to go for Carisbrooke Castle. So I'm not a huge fan of castles, don't get me wrong, they're impressive, you know, I can appreciate the history behind them, but it's not normally a place that I would go. However, walking around that castle wall, and just the sheer, it was just so impressive, and the sheer size of it and what remains, because a lot of castles, there's not a lot left.
Around all of it, couldn't you? All the ruins and around the whole of the wall at the top.
Absolutely, I couldn't believe that the wall is still there all the way around. So yeah, I thought that was fantastic.
Can I just say what my least favourite moment of the holiday was?
Well, it's not going to put people off of watching us, is it?
No. I just fell at the back of the van, didn't I?
Oh yeah, Claire just had an accident.
Yeah.
So we were pulled up and we'd had our fish and chips, and you went to let Tessie out for a little walk, didn't you?
Yeah.
And
as I was coming back in, so the awning's all sort of packed away, but it's literally just sitting at the back of the van. So as I went to go in, I think I caught the end of the awning and I slipped and I just went flat on the floor. But yeah, it was a bit of a shock, and I hurt my arm, and I've hurt my wrist, my thumb. I'm hoping it's just bruised. I can move everything, so it's fine, but it was a bit of a shock to the system. I was a bit embarrassed as well because I was on the deck.
Yeah, there was a lady that saw, and she said, "Are you all right?" But you know, and Tessie, I think Tessie was worried as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, other than that, I think we've had a great holiday, haven't we?
Yeah, it's just a shame that happened right at the end.
It is, but I'll look after you. Dr. Dave's here.
Dr. Dave.
Dr. Dave. I think we got some ibuprofen in the back.
Yeah, I might need some.
But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed our holiday. As I said, please do like, comment and subscribe. So thanks for watching, and see you soon.